aren't you?
Cowboy.
Yeah, it's your boy, Gat Cognac, back with another live stream. So, yeah, it's been a minute. Let's see. Getting this shit started real quick. Alright, cool. Yeah, got some free time finally, because it's like the only day that I got off, so figured I'd do some live streaming, man. Because after this, I gotta pick up some ingredients for this drink I gotta make. Y'all know, I bartend on the side, so. Been busy, man. Everyone's getting married and shit, so, you know, I'm working a lot of weddings, doing my other job. I got a new pickup video coming up, so. Y'all hear me, right? Let's see. I'll wait a little bit. It's almost 1 o'clock. I don't know. I say I got like an hour or some shit. So let's do this. Wonder what the homies are doing right now. All right, let's see. So anyways, I was saying, I got a pickup video coming up. So y'all was waiting for that. I'll probably shoot that shit today. It's a GameStop pickup video though. It's not like no crazy pickups like I used to do. Y'all know I retired from that shit. So you already know, like, GameStop has like a pro day right now, and then they got a good clearance sale going on. So like a bunch of games are like what, 50% off of its regular price. So it's a good ass deal. Can't beat it. So I picked up like a bunch of games, man. Like a bunch of games I usually wouldn't pick up, but at that price, you can't beat it. So definitely check out the GameStops. Like, online's not gonna tell you the clearances. You gotta like go into the stores, check them out, see what they got. And I probably went to like 5 or 6 different stores. So shit, I probably picked up like 20 games. But yeah, just go into the stores, because there's hella GameStops in Las Vegas. Some of them are lazy as fuck and they won't mark the games. But Hyphy Gold has sent me a list. There's like a solid fucking list that, what was it? I'm gonna try to give y'all the link or something. It's like a solid ass list of like all the games that's like on sale right now. Hold on, let me find that link. Alright, I got it. Put that link up right here. Check that link out. It's like all the clearance games, man. There's some good ass games on there. Let's see. Some of y'all probably having lunch right now or something. But yeah, check out that list, because like some of the stores, they won't like update the list. They won't tell you which games are on sale and stuff. So check that out and then go to the store, see if they got it, because those games are half off. good ass deals, man. Like some good RPG games. I got like Monarch. What was it? Adler, Sophie 2. Those are half off right now, man. You know, after that, they're gonna go back to its regular price. So check them out. Man, I could probably just pull that shit up for you if these fools stop texting me. Hold on. What's up, D-Mac? Good to see you on. Khalid, what's going on, player? Yeah. Good to see y'all on. Had a little bit of time today, so I figured I'd do a live stream. Hold on, let me mute my phone for a second. Alright. Yeah, what's going on with y'all? I'm gonna see if I could, let's see, pull up this link for y'all, some of y'all. Show y'all what that shit is about. Alright. Some people are gonna be like, no, don't show the list, man. But you gotta go in the store, so it's like, you know, it's like you can't just, like, most of them you can't find online because like it's separate. Anyways, Moss Fluff says, what's up? What's up going on? So let me pull up that list if I can get this damn thing to work. Let's see. Alright, I got that shit. So pretty much the link I put up right there. These are like GameStop. 100 titles almost. 50% off clearance, man. If y'all ain't on this right now, man, I don't know. Like, y'all need to be on it. There's hella PS4 games. So y'all see. Sentinels is, you know, I think these are already like the discounted prices. So Sentinels is 25 right now. I mean, I got it for 20 last year, so it's not bad. Origami 2 for 20. Astria, like, some these are good ass RPGs to pick up for these prices. And Bladed Fury, that's good shit. There's a bunch of good stuff, man. Monarch, I got that shit, and Metal Max Reborn. But y'all see that in the pickup video when I come out with it. So there's some good ass games y'all need to get. PS5 has a decent ass amount. Like, I was just buying shit because it was cheap, and I want to beef up the PS5 collection. So they got Origami as well. Not too much, but some decent stuff. Like, if you can find Monarch, get that shit, dude. $20, come on. That's an NIS America game. And then, let's see. Xbox One had some decent stuff too. Not hella good stuff, but, you know, I got a couple things here and there. And then Series X had some stuff too. There was like a $5 game, like Tropico 6 for $2.50. Get that shit, man. $2, man. Come on. You know, that's not bad at all. Switch had some decent shit like Catherine, but they made that like a million times. So I didn't want to get it because I got it for like every other console. Mary Skelter for 25 is not bad, man. Given like the Vita versions cost like $1 million. So they got Monarch as well, Metal Max. I got it for the PS4 just because, you know, I could download all that shit on the Switch. So I didn't really buy no Switch games. Code Realize is cool. But yeah, there's the list, man. Check that list out. So I'm gonna go back to my whatever stream shit. Let's see. Anyways, where we at? BD, what's going on? Khalid says not much, man. Waiting for that Scorn game. Gonna release on the 14th. Looks interesting. I don't remember. Like that sounds hella familiar. If I forgot what game it was. Is it a scary game? Sound like it's a scary game. Is that an old school game though? Like an old school game though, but it looks like fucking Doom and Prey. That looks good, man. I'm gonna check that one out in a second. So far, so good. Looks like Agony kind of too. So I like stuff like that, gritty ass games and shit. Moss Fluff says, "Are the prices good for online purchase? You'll find them online, But you know, a lot of stuff's been picked over already because like everyone's online doing that shit. So, because there's two sales going on. There's a pro day sale and then there's the clearance sale. I went to the store just so I could get it like you're right off the bat. Because online, man, it's cool. You might get a sealed version online too, but like I said, it's just picked over. So a lot of the games that I got, they're supposed to be brand new, but they're fake sealed. But whatever, man. At those prices, I don't really care. Second Kid Jay said, "What up? What's going on? How you doing, man? Easy Gamer, you finally caught the live. What's going on, player? I know you're at like 200 PS5 games right now, so like, I can't even catch up anymore, man. I thought I was doing good with my 50 games. So, but there's a lot of filler now. But yeah, I mean, I'm satisfied with the pickup. So we'll see what they come up with. What it called? The holiday deals and all the Black Friday shit. Hopefully we get a decent Black Friday. I'm pretty sure like Amazon's gonna be next. So keep your eyes peeled for what they got for Amazon. Actually like bought the Atelier Sophie 2 for at GameStop, and it was fake sealed for like 30. But which is good deal. But like I saw Amazon had it for like $24.99. Brand new, so I bought it. I returned it and I bought it from there. But keep in mind, supposedly you can't return those clearance games, so make sure you don't buy no doubles, or you know, make sure you really get what you want. I was lucky that like I know the manager well at, you know, my store, so like he let me return that shit, and you know, I just got the one on Amazon, so that was cool. But like supposedly the clearance is final sale. God damn. 156 games? That's hella ridiculous, man. That's ridiculous. But you got the shelf space. I saw how much space you got. Let's see. Jeremy the Laker fan, what's going on? Just glad to see you on, bro. Good to be on, man. It's been a minute. D-Max says, during the height of COVID, I had about 120 PS4 games. Now I'm down to 66. Hey, I'm pretty sure like you sold a bunch of shit on his height. Like that was a good time to sell. I didn't sell shit, but like I said during the time, like sell that shit, fucking get it back in cheap. I got it like most of my games so cheap it doesn't even matter. But yeah, a lot of games are fucking just dropping, so it's a good time to sell, or at least, you know, within the earlier in the year when everything was hyped up. Easy Gamer says, grab that half off clearance at GameStop. Got like 6 Xbox games, 4 Switch, 2 PS4, and 5 games for $35. That's hella good. Cincy Game Hunting, the legend himself. What's going on? Good to see you on. He says, glad you're able to snag some stuff on a clearance sale. Yeah, man, I was happy about it, man. I didn't get no free games like Hyphy Go did. Like his ass walked into the store and they just gave him a bunch of free shit they they had to throw away. But I'm glad I got what I got. Yeah, just like I said, D-Mac. Yep, he did what I was thinking. Izzy Hawk, what's going on? He just gacked his back. Good to see you on, man. Like I said, I still appreciate that White Day game you gave me. Even though they made it on PS5, those dirty bastards. But it's cool, man. It's the same shit. So that's why I'm not going to buy that Yeez 8 game on PS5 because I got it on PS4. Porting too much shit nowadays, man. Everything is a port. Like, they have gone the Nintendo Switch route. Every single PS4 game is going to get ported to PS5. Sega Kid J says, did you see or play the new Valkyrie profile? I'm actually more excited about Star Ocean than I am about Valkyrie profile, but eventually I will get Valkyrie profile when it's like cheaper. But I've seen the game, it looks good. I mean, shout out to Square Enix, man, for pumping out all the good shit this year. Like, they're probably like the only company right now just I mean, even if it's ports and remakes, like they're just pumping shit out. So I'm glad to see another Valkyrie profile because, you know, the game is not really that popular to a lot of folks, you know. For the longest, that was like a niche game. But Tri-Ace is one of my favorite RPG creators, so I do want to check that out. They're supposed to be making, another port of the PSP version, but hopefully they make it better. I don't know. So it's supposed to be making a remaster of the first one again. So I'm waiting for that as well. Since the game hunting says snagged a free Wii U game the other day at GameStop. That's what's up. Hopefully it was like something decent. But free is free, man. You cannot complain about free, you know. Easy Gamer says still finding those lots, but hard, man. But still finding them. I kept all my PS4 games. Got like 300 plus. Woo! It's getting hella dry out here, though. Man, you be sounding like Namudi, man. Freaking, his ass be like, it's hella dry out here. And the next day, a fucking big-ass Nintendo lot comes up for his ass. It's hella funny. Oh, man. I'm telling you, it's dry out here in Vegas, man. Not that I'm really looking, but every once in a while, you're just curious. You pull up OfferUp, and you just be like, let's see what they got. Nothing, man. People still trying to resell PS5s right now, and like they literally restocked. Like if you need a PS5 right now, there's a lot of PS5s like at your GameStop right now. Like the day I walked in for that clearance sale, they had like 10 at the store. So I mean they're probably getting bought up still, but like it's good to see that they're restocking. So let's see. I just started like Game Eye scanning my PS4 games. So like I think I got like over 100 games now, and all those games I got was like on deals, man. I never paid full price for none of these games, besides for maybe like a few collector's edition stuff. Let's see. Uptown Sinclair, what's going on? Good to see you on, player. Tuning in live from work. That's the way, man. You know, I've been on YouTube and shit at work all day. So, yeah. At the slow bars, at least. Let's see. Say Kid J says, Sam, I played the demo for Star Ocean. It was better than expected. If they're remaking or porting games, I hope they port the third one. I just said the same thing, too. I mean, I heard it was, like, kind of ported from on PS4 or something like that. But I haven't really, like, looked into it. But, yeah, the third one was, man, I love the third one. Like, I still like the second one better, but the third one was great, man. Man, I put like 300 hours in that game. The game was hella good. Let's see. Easy Gamer says, found a PS5 at the yard sale. Digital. Had a USB port damaged but worked. Got him to 200, but after I saw the port off to 150, he passed, but almost. Damn, 200 would have been crazy too. Can't be lowballing that bad, man. People know the worth of them PS5s. Uptown Sinclair's is facts, bro. You already know. Yeah. Since I'm actually at a courthouse right now covering a murder trial, man. Damn. So, you're doing jury duty or something like that, huh? Bad choice of words, I guess. Well, I'm thinking it's jury duty. A murder trial. I've been watching that Jeffrey Dahmer show lately, man. That shit is crazy. If you get over all the crazy stuff in that show, like, it's like that dude's fucking crazy. Like, he plays a good Dahmer. Let's see. You know, I've never been called for jury duty. Fucking like, like, I don't know. I think I moved so many times in my life, they can't keep track of my ass. It's hella funny. They never call my ass. But like, I know a bunch of people. They just like when they call them. Oh yeah, I forgot. You're a cameraman. I'm tripping. Yep. But like, nah, I've never been called for that shit. But I know a bunch of homies. They like when they call them, they just be like, "Oh, I'm a racist" or some stupid shit like that, and like that's how they get off the hook. Let's see. Just Anime. I'm guessing that's how you say your name. Just a name, actually. That's a good one, man. Just anime. Just a name. I like that. Anyways, what do you think of Soul Hackers 2? I don't know too much about the Soul Hackers series because I didn't really play the ones like, the Sega Saturn version and all stuff like that. But I heard it's just, it's pretty similar to, what's it called? Like the Persona series and stuff, or the main, SMT Mega 10 series. Like, I heard like some people who got the game was like, this game hella hard, man. Fuck this game. And gave it like a 1 star. But you gotta like know of like the origins of that game. Like, I'd say Shin Megami and it's like other ports and all its other like spin-offs, man. It's probably one of the biggest RPG series, along with like the Atelier series. They got so many games, man. But it's always the same premise of like, you know what you're doing. It's always gonna be like, you recruiting demons and shit like that. Pokemon before it's Pokemon. You know how it is. I'm gonna get it though. I'm just not gonna pay the full price. So, yeah. Jeremy the Laker fan says, any games or console you are looking to cop with the economy taking a dump? I pretty much like got almost all the consoles besides what Series X. I'm really not in a hurry to get Series X. There's not enough good shit out right now for me to really get it, because you can still play most of the games on the One X. But what was it? Games wise, I mean, there's a few games that I want to get, man. Like, I'm always talking about Dead Space, but Dead Space, Callisto Protocol, Resident Evil 4 remake. So next year is going to be a good year. They said Final Fantasy remake 7-2, whatever is going to be next year, but I highly doubt it. But if it is, I'm going to get that shit. Crisis Core at the end of the year remake, definitely going to get that. Like I said, Star Ocean. But I am trying to like not spend hella dough because, like you said, like economy is taking a dump, and I've been talking about that shit for the last 2 years. So it's not like I didn't see it coming. So I'm more just dialing back, and if I can find shit for cheap, I'll just get it. I'm not like, I need to buy this and that and that and that and that and that. There's a few games I'll probably get, like we're talking about like Suikoden 2 remake, or remaster. What was a damn horror game? I was talking about that on my boy Free Game Joe Casey's channel. Maiden, is that the Maiden of the Blackwater? No, it's the Lunar Mask, the freaking Fatal Frame 4. So I'm hella happy that they're actually finally gonna remaster that Wii Japanese only Fatal Frame game coming out. So I'm gonna get that shit, man. So I'm happy about that, man. Like, they're charging a whole $59.99 on that game compared to like the $39 you paid for the last game. But like I said, they're rehauling the whole game, so like they're charging a little bit more. But I'm gonna get that, man, because that's gonna look good having a full set of that game. Recently I was thinking about like, man, I want a Neo Geo though, but I know that ain't dropping for shit. So unless somebody really needed the dough and was getting real shit, and I got lucky enough, that ain't never gonna happen. That's one of those like just far out stretches that like if it happens, it happens. I'm not gonna really go seeking for it. Let's see. DMX says, what games have you been playing recently, Gak? So after I beat like Demon Souls, I started playing Ghost of Tsushima. Everyone kept saying like, play that shit. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna play that Ghost. But nothing really that much, man. Like I've been hella busy at work. So just trying to get through that game, which amazing game, by the way. I ended up getting the director's cut on PS5, so it has all the DLCs and shit. Game's pretty good, man. It's massive. Like, I always like samurai games and shit like that, so I'm cool with games. Anything that has to do with like the feudal era and shit, love that shit. So, because I grew up like I played a lot of Bushido Blade and when PS2 came out, some of the launch games was like Kango, Master of Bushido. So like I played a lot of those games where you gotta be like technical with the sword play and shit, parrying, and you know, a lot of those things. Like I like the fact like samurai games, you can one hit kill a motherfucker because like, you know, in Ryo Bushido, like that was the thing. You tried to kill a motherfucker in one hit, you know. But let's see. I lost my place. Oh yeah. Since he says the only game I wasn't able to snag from GameStop clearance was the HD remaster of Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. I got that one. I was happy about that. I got it for the Xbox One. But it was hella cheap. I think it was like what, $10 or some shit? So, but I went to like 5 or 6 different stores. I think I copped that one at the store that you and me went to, Cincy. At that ghetto ass store on Craig or something like that. For some reason, the ghetto stores are the best stores. I always say that. Because nobody's really like going in there looking for shit. They're just like going there to get their job done, whatever. I don't know why that's the case, but it's just the ghetto stores is where it's at. And they're on top of their shit too. I go to the good quality whatever stores and them lazy bitches don't even put the fucking clearance label on the game. I'd be like, for real? You know. But the ghetto store, the hood stores, man, they're on top of it, man. I get the best games from there. Yep. But so I suggest hitting up the ghetto store, Cincy. I don't know if they have those out there. Where you at? Shoot. I'm sure there has to be one around. But yeah, I was meaning to get that game for a while too, so because it's the HD remaster, like I don't gotta pop in the old one on PS2 anymore. So that's cool. Uptown Sinclair, you saw the Pokemon trailer? Which one? Like the newest game? Like the newest game, if you're talking about like because I'm not a big Pokemon fan, so like I only know what I know when I come in Crossing, and like I pretty much saw the one for the recent or the latest game. I don't know what it's called, man, but like every time I walk in a GameStop, I hear that shit, so I look up, I was like, oh, it's Pokemon. So that's all I know about it. Other than that, those who know me, y'all know I don't really fuck with the Pokemon shit like that. Since it says, I'm hoping they finally get off their asses and localize the offline version of Dragon Quest X. They should, you know? I mean, Square Enix is taking on so many projects right now that they need to. But that'll be nice. Like I'm liking that they're coming out with hella like Live Alive or Live a Live, whatever you call, from Super Nintendo and shit. So a lot of them classic games that you never even heard about, they're starting to come out with remasters, which is like, damn, you know, that's pretty good, man. I give it to them for that. Easy Gamer says, yeah, you're right. Shouldn't have been a cheap like Namudi. I'm trying to find those deals. Regardless, I use the money for bills. All these rates are going up and Christmas is coming. Absolutely, man. Gotta use it for them bills right now. Shit ain't cheap. I enjoyed like 1 week of the gas to drop down, and then like now it's right back up again, you know. And them groceries, man, you know how hard it is to go out to eat nowadays? Shit is so expensive, man. Shoot. Cost you like $30 after tip and shit just for like one person meal and a drink or something. It's hella crazy. I've been trying to like cook at home and shit to conserve, man. Moss Fluff says, new Yakuza, now renamed Like a Dragon, is going to be great. Yeah, I did see that Ishin Like a Dragon game. That was looking pretty tight, man. Looks like they're going, so a lot of games are going back to like old school feudal era or right before the Meiji era. So I'm happy about that. I really like those days, man. And the fact that like, if you know the history of like the Yakuza, they came from like, you know, samurai lineage. You know, the Shinsengumi was supposedly back in the days, and I know if y'all watch Rurouni Kenshin, y'all seen them or in other media. But Shinsengumi was actually like a little faction of the samurai. But they came from that, a lot of them. So for them to try to like go back and be like, oh shit, like, you know, the fucking Yakuza back in the days, you know, we're going back to samurai roots and shit. That's gonna be pretty sick how they're gonna tell that story, man. Cause that series is just blown up. Easy Gamer says, did you play Sifu? I'm still waiting for it to drop just a little bit more. I do not want to pay more than $20 for the game. So eventually I'm gonna get to it. But you know, it kind of reminds me a lot of like, if y'all ever played that PS1 game, Jackie Chan Stunt Master. Yeah, I got that game for my birthday way back when. So it's pretty fucking cool. I do like that type of gameplay. It's just, you know, it goes back to the old school, like beat 'em up, just nothing much to it, just whooping ass, kind of like Fighting Force and all those type of old school classics. I like that shit. The Bouncer, you know, it reminds me a lot about those games. Sega Kid J says, do you play Tekken? I do actually. I'm not like hella good at Tekken games, but Tekken is actually one of the easier fighting games to learn. So I used to play a lot with the homies back in high school back then. Now I don't really got much people to play with. But yeah. Lee Shaolan, man, that was my character. But yeah, I used to play a lot back then. Because we were super competitive because like we had this one homie back then that he was like the best player. So everyone would try to get good to beat him. And so like I remember buying like a strategy guide back then just to like try to practice. But eventually, man, you know, I think I whooped him like one time, but like I got decent. I'm not like hella good. Like I know my one homie back when I worked at GameStop, he's hella good. He's one of those players that can like juggle the fuck out of you like on the wall and shit. Infinite combo and shit. I can't do that, man. You know. Easy Gamer says ghetto yard sales too. You're right. They don't got yard sales out in Las Vegas like that. It's too fucking hot. I mean, they have them, but it's just, you know, it's garbage. Uptown Sinclair says, yeah, the new one, but it's looking like MMO trash. Is that what they're? Well, the newest one? Like, are you talking about the arciest one? Because some people like the arciest one, and that was the first one I actually picked up. I downloaded that game, and like, I couldn't get to the point where I could enjoy it because of fucking you had to fucking do the intro and shit, you know? The fucking what the fuck you call it, man? I don't got the words for it. The instructions and shit, man. You know? The tutorial, right? That shit took like an hour to do, and I was just put off by that shit, man. I was like, fuck this game. Let's see. Black Friday gonna be crazy this year. I hope it's gonna be good like last year, man. Shoot, I'm gonna have to put some money aside, buy some good shit. But I end up getting a lot of good stuff, so we'll see. It's gonna be a lot of leftovers, I think. Is it the new Rurouni Kenshin anime coming back next year? Don't lie. For real? I'm looking that shit up too. That's my fucking shit. Man, Adult Swim days, man. New Rurouni Kenshin, huh? It's gonna be like a manga or an actual anime. Oh shit, he wasn't lying. How do I not know about that? New Kyoto arc though? Shit, I wonder who's gonna be the bad guy. It's gonna be sick, man. Love me some Kenshin. Let's see. Easy Gamer says, I was getting a car wash while writing and watching this. I will finish this when I get home. Much respect, man. Gotta get this food real quick for the fam bam. Right on. Do your thing. But appreciate you jumping on. Keep doing your thing. Alright. Sega Kid J says, you're not wrong about these bills. Every time gas goes down, it spikes right back up even more. I only collect retro games at cons now where I could get deals. That's the only way to afford right now. Man, I wish like I got to go to some of these like conventions and shit. There's just not much in Las Vegas like that. I used to love going to like the anime conventions and shit back in California. Like some of those marketplaces have like good ass deals, man. Picked up a lot of decent games back then from that. But yeah, them bills, man. Shoot. I don't know, man. This Christmas is gonna be interesting this year. It's like a lot of fucking like retailers already like saying their numbers aren't too good this year, so we'll see. Like they're already feeling how bad it is right now. Let's see. Uptown Sinclair says, nah, the Scarlet and Violet new one. Yeah, that's the one. I mean, well, not the one I was talking about, but that's the one I saw the trailer for, so I don't know. If they're going that like MMO route, we'll see. But yeah, every time I step into a GameStop, I just hear the sound and I look up and the Scarlet and Violet shit. I don't know. Let's see. Jeremy the Laker fan says, if you could only play one console for the rest of your life, what would it be? God, that is a fucked up question, you know that? That is one messed up ass freaking question, dude. Shoot. For the rest of my life? I really gotta think about that one, man. Alright, so I was initially gonna be like PS2 because there's hella fucking games I want to finish and shit. But now I'm looking back into the future. I'm like, alright, fucking PlayStation, Xbox, even Nintendo Switch is creating like remaking hella shit and porting hella shit over, right? So even though I'm like fucking Xbox fan and all that shit, I probably had to say PS5 because when they start porting everything over and all that backwards compatibility shit at this moment, I'm gonna have it all anyways. So fucking either it's gonna be that, and they recently just already hacked that motherfucker, so I'll emulate through that bitch too. So it's like all in one, man. I just fucking picked the PS5. Nobody probably thought I would say it, but that's how it's gonna be. I'm just thinking of forward in time. Bill Bones, you finally caught a stream. Good to see you on. I'm glad you finally got one, man. How you doing though? He says, yeah, got that stream, man. I figured you would be on this time, man. Like, I got in at a decent time, I think. Let's see. Z Team, what's going on, man? Do you have Theme Hospital CD? I don't think I really played those games. Let's see. Those are some old school ass games, man. Like, because I never really played a lot of like PC games, but I do remember that series, man. Because then they make a bunch of other stuff too. But you know what? I know 2 Point Hospital. I mean, I got that. It's very similar to it. I don't know if it was made by the same people or not, but I got 2 Point Hospital and 2 Point Campus. So I'm not a big fan of those like Sims and all that type of stuff where you gotta manage shit. Like I like my RTS games, but you know, I never really played too much of those games. See, Bill Bones says Amazon taking so much market share for miscellaneous stuff, but I still like buying clothes and food elsewhere. Yeah, I don't even have an Amazon Prime subscription because I don't really buy too much shit from them. I'm still the type of dude that like to walk in the store, man. So like if I just see some shit at the store on clearance or a deal, like fuck, I'll get it. Other than that, I don't go looking for shit. So Bill also says, yep, PS5 for the best and brightest games and classics will come more and more. Yeah, for sure. Jeremy, Laker fans, a smart call, bro. I would have thought you would have went with the 360. Man, that would be great too. But, you know, so many of the games went, you know, on Series X. That would have been good, man. But, like, I just feel like I played a lot of the Xbox shit because for the last 10 years, I've been on Xbox. You know, so I pretty much know a lot of shit about it. I freaking, you know, I just started giving like PlayStation hella love. So like my PS5 has been getting hella love lately, man. I'm just using like my Xbox to fucking watch Netflix and shit. But I'm just trying to catch up on the backlog. So given what I have right now, with like fucking 70% of the games I haven't even played on some of these Sony consoles. I'm trying to catch up. So like now would be a good time to definitely, you know, for me to be playing Sony shit. Let's see. Where we at? This Gak had a massive I guess he says 360. 360 collection like the guy GOR. Who is GOR? Oh, you're explaining it to me now. So GOR is a YouTuber who has a pretty big Xbox collection. I started collecting with the PS3, so I'm a Sony guy. Yeah, you know, PS3 and Xbox 360 was like, you know, out at the same time, and most of the games for 360 was on Xbox. I mean, most of the games on PS3 was on Xbox, so I didn't really see the point of even like really, you know, jumping on PS3 at the time. The only time I was like buying PS3 shit was like the exclusives and, you know, a couple of the RPG games that never made it to 360. But your main games, you know, were already on there, so I didn't really feel the need to go crazy with PS3. So I just stuck with it, and then the whole like you know, the modding scene and, you know, playing the bootleg shit was like hella good for 360, so why not? So I was downloading hella games, burning it, playing it like that. So I like at that time I didn't even buy a lot of games around that time because I was just playing hella bootlegs, man. So PS3, like, man, to this day nobody has fully hacked the PS3. That's how good that shit was. So it's like, you know, you couldn't play nothing on there. Like even the jailbreak PS3s now, most of the games don't even run good on it. It's hella weird. Let's see. Bill says, but I think Xbox games might be valuable later on, provided Xbox consoles keep a disk drive. But all bets are off or not. There'll be Xbox consoles much longer. Yeah. Especially like OG 360. Those like consoles have a fucking expiration date. Because like those capacitors, they fucking, you know, they start to leak and shit. And corrode the system. So like if you keep it hella long and shit, like it might go bad anyway. So like in order to preserve those, you gotta like change out the capacitors and clean them out and shit to preserve those consoles. Kind of like some of the old school fucking cartridge consoles. You gotta maintain those things. But the Xbox for sure, OG Xbox, you gotta change that shit out. Let's see. But I don't know, like the games are still hella fucking cheap on OG Xbox, man. I mean even OG Xbox and 360, but I think eventually like it just takes longer for 360 for them to get freaking you know, games to get more rare and shit, because like I said, a lot of the games are on PS3 already. So I feel like, man, there's a few games that deserve to be like on like at least $100 and up on the PS, like no, on the 360, but ain't, and it's hella funny, you know. Like there's only like what, a couple dozen RPG games on there, and a good amount of them are exclusive to fucking 360, and those are still hella cheap. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, you know? Let's see. Bill also says, I know Xbox is going all in on Game Pass and playing your games on a huge family of devices. I mean, you can't beat the Game Pass, man. Like, there's so much good shit on there compared to, like, you know, what Sony's offering for the free games, which is still decent. Like, I was checking it out just now. But I was just thinking, like, man, the reason why I don't like, you know, really, like, going on the Game Pass and the Vita Plus or, PS Plus shit is because I just like having the game physical and playing that shit, like, when I want to. So I'd be pissed as fuck if I, like, hopped on a game that was free for that, you know, like 2 months, and then like I decided to play it and I didn't beat it, and then now I can't play that shit because they took it off the list. Nah, man, I can't do that. You know, I just rather like not have a time frame for me to play a game. You know, I just like to play shit on my own time. And sometimes, you know, I play a game, I put it down for a couple of weeks, and I'll jump back on. So it's like, you know, I don't want to be rushed to do anything. And as you get older, you don't want to be rushed to do shit. You just want to enjoy your sweet time with everything in life. Let's see. It says, yeah, that's true about the OG Xbox. Good call. You know it. Tom Paul Fran, what's going on, man? When's the next Namoody dual smack talk stream about cringe YouTubers? I know that's a big subject. Fucking, we did a collab, but like the fucking video came out hella garbage. Like my voice, like I don't know, my mic was fucked up or something, and like my voice was like kept cutting off. So I'm still trying to like edit that shit so it just won't be that fucked up. But we just started talking about like games and stuff though. I don't really know too much about what's going on with like, you know, YouTubers nowadays because I don't really be on, but like I'm down to do a smack talk because I only hear from what they tell me, and they're like, oh, fucking Lunchbox Rick's got a game store or some shit now, or he bought a game store or some shit. And I'm just like, wow, you know, like that's what he does now. Like he's trying so hard to fucking like be on the side of the fucking like retro gaming community that he has to buy a game store. Like, damn, you don't even know shit about. Well, if I go in and ask you like fucking what's Star Ocean and you can't even fucking tell me, then what's the point? You know, motherfuckers come in, they want to like. I mean, I'm sure he's gonna have people working for him, so like they're probably gonna know. But still, like you're a fake ass bitch. You know, like I wouldn't fucking go there if I fucking knew. Shoot. Just because, like, I just don't deal with that bullshit, man. But I don't know what's going on with, you know, the other garbage ass motherfuckers, man, because I don't be watching. So, I'll hit up the boys. We'll see what we could do. Talk some shit about their asses. Bill says, I like my Blu-rays also. That is a hard thing to collect, man. Blu-rays, fucking things are like $20 to $30 a freaking disc. And like, I mean, you catch them on good deals, but whew, if you got the room, more power to you. Me, I rather like, one thing I like about streaming is movie streaming, man. Press of a button, you know. So, but you know, some media, I know like AVGN covers that a lot, but like some medias you just can't, you know, fucking, you can't get anymore. So like some of them are like rare. Like Godzilla Blu-ray collection, that shit's worth hella money, man. So like there's some things that are like decent to collect for Blu-rays, man. Let's see. Uptown says, when you coming back to Instagram, bro? We missed you over there. Shoot, I kind of just started that shit for like pickups and shit, man. I know it's like it's a good way to get your shit out there, but I hate Instagram. Like I only go on there to look at hoes and shit, man. But like, like I was just doing it because people were like, "Hey, man, you get some fucking social media and shit." And I hate social media, man. Like I could try, just like do some pick flip shit and just like, all right, pick this game up and just post it for the fuck of it, man. But it's like, man, that shit's work. Shoot. Bill says, yeah, man, I was playing RDR2 with PS Plus Premium and took the game down. So I was so annoyed, had to prioritize games by expiration date and scramble to beat them. Yeah, that's just, it ain't me, man. And it's funny because like I don't even own a copy of RDR2 because like fuckers in stores still want to sell that shit at premium prices. So if I come across one like for hella cheap, that's the only way I'm going to get it to play. But it's just one of those Rockstar games, you know? They don't want to drop that shit. I think if it drops like $14.99, I'll get it. And I don't know, like I actually got it one time for hella cheap, but that was during the time when like I bought that game in a lot with a bunch of Xbox One games for like $70 from this kid, and RDR was still like new as fuck. So I sold that shit. So that's why I don't have a copy anymore. And that was the only time I ever seen like RDR for fucking cheap. C-Team says LOL. Bill Bone says Blu-ray games, my bad. Oh, okay. Thought you meant the Blu-ray movies. But yeah, I do like my Blu-rays, man. They don't fuck it up. They don't fuck up that quick. So it's like, I just think it's a joke when GameStop fucking like, after you buy all these like new ass media games like with Blu-ray discs that have extra coating on there, they don't scratch and shit. And they're still trying to sell you that fucking warranty, man. It's like, oh, in case you fuck up your games. I was like, I'm Asian, motherfucker. We don't fuck up our games. Shoot, don't even mention it to my ass. If I was a manager at GameStop, don't even ask the Asians. It'll be a waste of your fucking time. They're not gonna want that shit. Shoot. You get the other people. You can get the dumb moms and shit to fucking buy it, man. They be trying to do that fucking slick shit. They be going like, they be trying to do like, oh, I could get that shit for you. Like, it's shady as fuck. I could get it for you. Like, it's supposed to be like $9 off because it's like they're charging you $3 per game for the fucking whatever. I could get it for like $3 instead, but they're like using your fucking free $5 or your points and shit to pay for it. It's hella shady. Like I fucking noticed that shit long ago. I'm like, put that shit back. They be trying to use my fucking points. Like, put that shit back, motherfucker. Fucking playing with you. But like, that's how they do it, man. Do that shady shit. And it's like, it comes from the fucking top. You know that? The fucked up thing is it comes from corporate and shit. They come up with these fucking ideas to fucking try to get you to buy all this dumb fucking shit. Pre-orders and shit like that, man. But, let's see. Where am I at? MK10, what's going on? He says, what up, Gak? Good to see you on, as usual. Bill Bones says, yeah, man, expensive movies is rare, and they're always releasing them in more of a modern format or whatever, like 4K. They'll be in 8K and so on. Yeah, then it'll be in 16K and whatever the fuck they got. They keep doing it, man. But, you know, they gotta milk it. It's just crazy, like, nowadays, you go to watch a movie in the theater now, and then, like, 2 weeks later, the fucking DVDs are already out. It's fucking crazy, man. Or, you know, now it's like, you know, you can get it stream while it's in the movies at the same time too. But it's just like, man, you know, I don't know how that's gonna work. Let's see. $14.99 is my max too, because they'll probably ship it on PS5 Series X. Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't even done that yet. But I'm probably like waiting for the same thing, but when it comes out for PS5 and something, it better be like $19.99, because at least the GTA 5 that got ported to PS5 is $19.99 and not a full $59.99, because man, they're tripping, man, thinking people are gonna buy that shit for that price. So I'm waiting. I never really played the Red Dead Redemption series anyway, so it's like I don't mind just hopping on a Red Dead Revolver one time and then moving my way up. Hear a lot of good things about it though. Let's see. But yeah. Sega Kid J says, I stopped going to GameStop the minute a worker tried to hold my purchase behind making a pre-order. I had already bought the game, but the guy wouldn't let go until I pre-order something. Man, you can't fucking strong arm people like that. That's the thing. It's like, cause I worked at GameStop too, and you know, they were kind of forcing that shit, but like it wasn't that hard to like get a pre-order. But it's just now they try to put you in a quota, right? And so you can't freaking you can't freaking get lower than what, like 30% of your transactions without having like some attachment to it, right? That's how they try to get you before you like get written up and shit. But the way me and most people did was we just had like an extra account. You know, just had an extra account and pre-order shit on the side, and then we just roll those pre-orders all day. That's how we did it. You know, I don't know how they keep track of it now, but you know, it worked out back in the days for us. Let's see. And then had to snatch the game away. I know it's upper management, but damn, they can't be doing that to people. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. Like I thought it would be kind of better when Ryan Cohen came and fucking took over and made it, you know, and became CEO. I guess he doesn't really have like too much control over what the corporate wants to do. So, video game Pollock says, I'm gonna buy all my games at Lunch Rocks Rick's Super Game Store. Full cap. I know you ain't gonna do that. Shoot. I'd rather go in there and rob his ass. Shit. You know, to actually get robbed from all your games at the store would actually do you a favor if you had insurance. You just get paid. Uptown Sinclair says, LML, since when does Retro Dick have a game store? Who allowed this? So, from what I know, apparently, remember like he did that fake ass Whatnot video? And he was like, oh, Whatnot paid me $5,000 to like buy a bunch of games to like whatever to go put on Whatnot for sale, right? And then he went to this game store, supposedly his favorite game store. This motherfucker don't even play games, but it's his favorite game store. Fuck out of here. But like, he goes into that store and then he buys like all this trash, right? Like garbage ass games, full price ass games, fucking like all these PlayStation fucking greatest hits garbage and just trash, right? And like nobody in their right mind would even want that shit. And then he fucking posts that on Whatnot to sell, right? And so, you know, me and the boys are going through it. You know me, like I'm the fucking higher level thinker, right? So I see through a lot of bullshit before it even comes. So I was like, nah, you know, this motherfucker, like, he must have made a deal with that game store. Was like, all right, if you let me film, and you know, I got all these fucking, I'm gonna buy all your shitty games, but you gotta give me for a good ass deal or some shit like that. I don't know. He did some side deal in the back, I'm pretty sure. And then he fucking decided to go on Whatnot to, you know, sell that garbage. And supposedly he sold it. And then he was making all those what's those garbage ass mystery boxes? And he would like be like, oh, here, like pay like a couple $100 for this garbage ass mystery box. And the fucking mystery box comes with a bunch of fucking NHL hockey greatest hit titles and all this garbage. It's like, nah, man, fuck you, you know? Fucking cocksucker, right? So, you know, he's giving that store publicity and all that shit, and eventually, I don't know, they dumped their shit on his ass. I don't know if he just co-owns or owns it all the way, but yeah. So pretty much, he has no content now. This dumb motherfucker's like made it big, and he has nothing to put out. He doesn't want to go to the thrift stores no more. Thrift stores all dried up. Facebook Marketplace has nothing. So he has no content, so he figures if I buy this game store, I can try to do some sick Cooper shit or whatever to try to fucking, you know, get all his dumbass drone viewers to watch his shit so he can make some more dough, you know? I mean, make your dough. Like, I don't care. Like, you know, you gotta be able to make your dough. But it's like, to exploit your fucking viewers and so-called gamers that watch your shit off of just stupid tactics like that, man, nah, fuck you. You know, I ain't with that shit. You're just a little bitch in my eyes. Retro bitch. That's what you is. Anyways, so, let's see where I'm at, because I've been rambling on. Video game Paul LML. Gak gonna sell him bootlegs. Dude, he probably won't even know. Like, I used to do that shit all the time. Shoot. And I've seen people do it too. I remember back in the days, people were pretty slick. They would get a label printer and they'll print like some Xbox 360 game labels on top of like a blank ass disc and try to trade it in. And they'll get some people because like some people won't check the disc. So they just look like this and close it back up, trade it in. So I've seen that happen before. Dumbass probably would have fucking took it all in. Give me $1 million credit and shit. Let's see. Mr. Dude, what's going on, man? Good to see you on as usual. Is selling trash and whatnot. Times must be tough. Creeping on the come up. What's up, boo? Yeah, I know, man. Fucking, that's how people do. Shoot. Selling that garbage, man. Once you get a cult following, man, it's just the people will do whatever for you. You know, you could sell them like garbage, just trash. My half-eaten sandwich and these with a lunch box included, and these motherfuckers buy it up because, you know, people are followers, man. People need leaders and shit. It's just sad that most people can't step up to be a real fucking leader, you know. Anyways, Video Game Pollock says the mystery boxes are reaching like max value of 400, and you got 200 worth of stuff, and he made over 10 grand with that gimmick. Yeah, I mean, ripping people off of garbage, man. I mean, 10 grand, what is that anyways, you know? So, you do some shady dump. I always had said this. If you're gonna like fucking scam somebody, or rob somebody, or do some fucked up shit, go big or go home. 10 grand ain't shit, you know? So it's like, I ain't gonna commit no dumbass fraudulent shit unless I'm fucking walking out with like $40 million and I'm hiding like 20 of that shit so you'll never find it. So when I'm out of jail, I'm coming to collect. If not, what's the point, man? It's shit money. I'm not gonna be risking my dumbass, you know, reputation or none of that shit for garbage. Just fuck that shit. There's no point. You know, these are people that like, they don't see the bigger picture of things, man. They're the right now generation, you know. Let's see. Bill Bones says, I've been fortunate to mostly encounter decent human beings at GameStop. Never had a real problem getting stuff returned. Although one time they did, as an exception, come to find out they have since changed their return policy. I honestly think like if you're like a good regular and you get to know like the people there, they're more lenient. But you know, you do get some bastards. Like out here in Las Vegas, I don't see too much of that though, for some reason. Like a lot of the people that work there, they're like real gamers, so it's been pretty cool. And then you know, I just have my ways. Like I'm like pretty good about how I deliver my message to the employees. Cause I'm not going there like I'm pissed as shit or whatever. Like I just reason with them, you know. Like, cause you know, when I did my return, it was like, oh, you can't return the clearance item and stuff like that. And I was just like, hey, you know, I talked to blah blah. I won't say his name, but you know, I talked to blah blah. We were talking last time, and I was like, he was busy that day because all those PS5s came in. It was a big line, but you know, I was just saying like, hey, you know, like, you know, I'm a collector. I buy hella games, so if I see like if I actually bought the wrong game because I had a duplicate, you know, can I exchange it out or something like that? The dude was like, cool. So you guys rationalize with the people. So she was like, oh, okay, you know, we'll make that exception. Or like, I'll talk to the boss, whatever. But if you're just like cool with the person, man, most likely they'll do something for you. If you're like cussing them out, like I wouldn't want to do shit for them either. You know, it's just being a better, decent human being will get you everything, man. Like I work in the service department, you know, so it's like I could de-escalate a situation pretty well. It's just I don't bullshit them. If I fuck up, I tell them I fucked up. Like people will respect you more, you know. It's like, oh my bad, that was, you know, I fucked up on that one, but I'm gonna get you that shit right away. Like blah blah. Most people will be like, oh, don't worry about it, you know. Most people won't fucking like be mad. It's just when you make shit up. And you'd be like, oh, you know, it's busy in the back. Everyone knows that fucking story, you know? Just say you fucked up. Own up to this shit. You get more respect out of people. Let's see. Mr. Dude 206. I sold some games and bought a Honda Civic. If you're going to rob someone, do it big. Wyatt's words, fam. Booty farm right away. Did you really sell some games? I know you be in that car tuner scene and shit, man. So... good old Honda Civics, man. That was the way to go back in the days. Let's see. Sega Kid J. Speaking of fake Phoenix Resale sold over half of his childhood GameCube collection he got from his GameCube Gambit. Yeah, to say some bullshit like that's my childhood collection when you never even played games before. Like, fuck out of here. That's what they're doing. They're just like buying up, like trying to buy up collections and flipping them. Like, who in their right mind, you know, like fucking you lowball somebody for their collection and you put it back up for the sale, and then some dumbass is gonna pay you like fucking double for it. Like, I don't like you that much to be paying you like that. You know? It's crazy, man. Last time I checked, dude's kind of like blowing up. He got like, what, 250,000 subs or some shit like that. So I'm like, damn, man, the amount of fake ass motherfuckers is just ridiculous. You know? Too much fake people in life. Not enough real. Anyway, Z-Team says, man, it's easy to make money in the U.S. Just show up early, that's it. I mean, technically, you know, I got most of my jobs by showing up early. Shoot, early bird gets the worm. That's everything in life, though. You know, if you got patience and you show up early, you know, you do what you need to do, you'll get it, man. Just don't be a fucking negative motherfucker on top of that. You know, you gotta invite that energy in. Video Game Pollock says he got 10 million in tens in his lunch boxes. I doubt he has 10 million. Even though, like, you know, a lot of these like tubers, when they come up on like big ass fucking money, they can't keep it. Like, they go on a spending spree like that shit's gonna last forever. You know? They don't invest that shit. And you know, if you got a wife, she's gonna take half your shit anyways. So, most of them will do that. See, you got that good dough? Man, fuck you. Taking that shit. Not all of them, but you know what I mean. Most of these hoes ain't loyal. Pollock says, no. Diabetes Jr., what's going on? Just imagine listening to someone complain about other people over an hour. Who, me? I ain't complaining about nobody. I complain about like one person for 10 seconds. But otherwise, I was talking about games. But was you here for an hour? No. Then sit down and shut the fuck up. Anyway, Sega Kid J. Dude sold Gotcha Force on Whatnot to have money for his PS1 challenge that he also sold already. PS1 challenge. You know how hard it is to like get a full PS1 collection though? I wish they would be real about the fines instead of trying to appeal to collectors and acting like they're giving good deals with people. They can't do that, man. Because like they always gotta like fucking make the next one better. So like they feel like they need to be like, oh shit, this one's gotta beat the next one out. So they're like, you only gotta fake that shit, man. Like literally, you gotta come up with some fake ass, you know, jaw dropping bullshit thumbnail to make it like seem like you got some good shit, but they ain't got nothing. Mr. Dude says, I kept a bunch though. I know you got some good ass shit in your fucking collection, man. So I'm curious to see what you sold. Justin Plays, what's going on? He says, yes sir, how you doing, fam? Pretty good, man, just chilling. Actually been on longer than I needed to or wanted to, but it's cool. I got some little bit of time today. It's actually my day off. Mr. Dude, I'm playing Live Alive on Switch, waiting for a few others to come out. I hear that Live Alive is pretty good. Like, I never got to play it on Super Nintendo back then. But I heard it's a pretty interesting RPG game. Like, one of the most interesting games. So, for RPG, at least. RE4 Remake is big on my list. If y'all already know, I'm the biggest RE game or RE fan ever. So, can't wait for that, man. I just hope they don't fuck it up. That's the thing. I hope they, like, don't do RE3 like, you know, on me like they did. Cause like, fuck, dude. Like RE3 was hella lackluster, man. And mercenary mode, I don't care. Like, I don't care if it has to be a DLC. Come out with the mercenaries mode, man. That's all I want. Other than that, we'll see. Otherwise, RE4 is still relatively a good-ass game. I don't feel like it needed a remake, but I'll take it, man. Alright, Pollock says the big thing now is that group of YouTubers are investing into vintage clothing, buying old gaming shirts worth $200 to $1,000, retro shirts, and flaunting them in their videos. Like, is it really worth that much? Old ass, stank ass gaming shirts? Like, fuck that. You know? Like, are they just pumping that shit up or what? Cause that's ridiculous, man. You know, like what, an old ass Donkey Kong shirt and they're worth $200? Cotton is cotton, man. I don't understand that. You know? I could buy a new ass gaming shirt for like $12, and what's the difference? It's just people got, you know, either got too much money to waste, or people are hella dumb. Gamers Man Will says, the Realest. What's going on, man? Another legend in my channel, man. What's going on, dude? Did you ever finish that Game Eye, man? That scan? Oh, man. Anyways, Justin Play says, I'm ready for the Black Friday GameStop 5 for 20 for 50% off. Yeah, man. They're overdue for another one of those good ass freaking like discounts, man. Fuck, cause I still want to build that PS4 collection, man. Shoot. I want to build that shit. I want to get like 200 games. There's hella games I want. But I don't know, man. Let's see. Kareem de Abreu. Hope I said your name right. Well, if it isn't the man who made me buy a drill. How you doing, my dude? Pretty good, man. Chilling. I'm glad, like, a lot of people that, like, recently that subbed, like, came in from my intro video. Like, no, not my instructional video, where I was, like, teaching y'all how to, like, you know, buff out the game and make it, like, better. Fix your game for cheap. So I'm glad, like, a lot of people told me, like, hey, man, you saved me some good dough. You know, like you saved my disc and stuff like that. Because we all know how much it is you need to send it in to get it resurfaced and shit. Like, you know, it'll cost good money. So just wanted to provide, like, a cheap way to do it. But hopefully that's doing well for you. Hopefully no disc flew all across the room and stuff like that. I still need to do that one with a PS3. I need a messed up PS3 fat edition. So I kind of do that and show y'all how to do it on on the PS3. Let's see. Rare Games, Graded Collectibles. What's going on? Good to see you on as well. Let's see. What do you think about that fake 2020 hype in graded games and video games? And now a lot of drop in price. I mean, you know, when that Carl Jobs dude dropped that Wada Gaming scandal shit, that kind of like took out a lot of the prices. So, what was it? I always thought it was bullshit anyways. Because how the hell like shit just go from like, yeah, like normally back then, if you had a graded game from VGA or whatever, it would only be like maybe $100 more than, you know, the actual sealed copy. It wasn't like anything crazy back then. And out of nowhere, like, they slowly did it though. Out of nowhere in time, they would create auctions and all this shit. And then later, like, those games would be worth like $500, $700, $1,000 over the actual price of a sealed game. And I started like getting hella like suspicious already. I was like, nah, there's no way. You know, just for like a encasing, like a acrylic encasing over a game. And just because they said the game is fucking a 9 out of 10 or whatever, it's supposed to be worth that much. Nah, that's bullshit. So I knew something was fishy was going on. And they deserved it, man. They deserve to be exposed. It's just sad that there's still people like doing it. You know? I think it shouldn't. I think there should be a cutoff to that shit. Like the only thing that you should be able to grade is like hella retro shit from back in the day is that it's not common. There should be like something to actually gauge, you know, what you can grade and can't. So let's see. This dude says, I'll send my Carl Canny and Nietzsche shirts for a grift. Love that shit. The Nietzsche's back in the days, man. You still got some? Shoot, I tossed all my shit away. My Gerbold pants and all that stuff too. Yep. I wish I kept some of that stuff, man. That stuff is like, it's back now. And I feel like pretty soon we're gonna get like the 2000, early 2000 era. Because we're in the 90s again, where everyone's dressing up in some 90s Tommy Hilfiger shit and Champion sweatsuits. I just seen like velour come back just now. But I don't know, I think like those Sean John stuff will come back again, man. There's nothing new under the sun, they say. Anyways, Chill with Will, what's going on? He says, sup, dog? Nobody paying water prices these days. I mean, who would? You know, I honestly don't know who was really buying, you know, those WATA and VGA stuff. Yeah, I know there's like, what's it called? I know there's like crazy ass collectors that want like everything good. But damn, you know, like to actually pay like 1,000% markup just to have a great game in your freaking collection, that's just hella dumb. You know, like what am I gonna do with a game that I can't even crack open to play? Just admire that shit? You know, that's no difference than motherfuckers that be like having hella food in the house and they don't eat it. And I go over there, I eat that shit up. And they be like, why are you eating up all my food? Because it's always there. It's always sitting there all day. Shoot, I don't admire my food, I eat that shit. Anyways, that's why it's called being a consumer. You're supposed to consume that motherfucker, not look at it all day. Uptown Sinclair says, NYC. Is that how you say that shit? I always heard people saying in Nietzsche. So I just call it in Nietzsche. I think it sounds better than NYC. Oh, man. Justin Play says, been getting into small 10 to 12 inch video game statues. Sick display. I try not to get like into that. Like I bought a few before, you know, especially like those PVCs and all that stuff. But it's gotta be like from a good ass like company, because some of them are like rare. Like depending on who releases it, some of them are like limit 200, 2000 or whatever. Like those are collectible as hell. And as long as like they've got like nice, you know, they paint it nice or like it doesn't have any flaws and stuff like that, they're good. But I don't got enough room for that shit, man. So I just like to watch videos of other people that like have those figure collections, man. It's pretty cool though. Uptown Sinclair says, I'm from Harlem, bro. It is. Oh, man. Yeah, I know. But, like, you know, being from the Bay Area, we just say it how we say it. Yep. Justin Play says, for sure. Yeah. And some from collector's editions are solid. Like, it depends on who. Like, I'd rather just collect. If I did, I would rather collect the individual ones came from like another artist that specializes in that. Cause like, man, a lot of the collector's edition versions are like heavily mass produced. And you know, like if you look at the edges, you can see the molding on them and shit because they didn't sand that shit off. So like, that's why I don't buy a lot of the collector's edition games that have a figure in there, because they're usually garbage. There's some that are good, but most of them, they're garbage, man. They're only collectible because it's a collector's edition game. But if I'm going to display a figure of like a video game or an anime or some shit, it's got to be like quality, man. good PVC, all that good shit. So if I look up there, I only got like a few. I got like some, what's it called? I got like a Xenosaga 3-1. Kakashi's up there. Tuxedo Mask. A couple things, but like I did collect a lot of you know, pop toys and shit like that because, you know, it's a cheaper way to collect. A lot of those already went up in price for me, so like, you know, if I do sell them, it's a good investment. It's a cheap investment. It's like $10 or like if you get it on sale, like there's a few on GameStop right now. It's like clearance for like $5. So like some of those are pretty good. Let's see. It says, you're right. The last of 2 collector statue is very solid. I don't think I've seen that one. Last of Us 2 collector statue. Chill with Will says, gotta go to work. Hope to see some more videos soon. Peace. Yeah, I'm gonna upload that pickup video I did for the GameStop thing pretty soon. Just gotta film it. Let's see. Justin says, the anime statue scene is wild. Huge community. Hell yeah. That's because, man, the anime statues, man, fuck, they don't come in big quantities. Like a lot of those are like some hand done shit, and like, damn, they're like freaking, man, the scaling on those are like almost perfect. So it's like they actually get commissioned from the actual like anime, you know, they get the anime rights and shit to do those. So it's like hella good. Plus, like, people are hella into that shit, especially like the female statues and shit. Like, people be into all that grabbier shit, you know, especially like the Japanese. Uptown Sinclair says, do you think non-Nintendo handhelds are gonna make a strong comeback? I feel like I get that question asked, like a similar question asked like a lot. Because a lot of people ask me, you think they're gonna make like a Vita 2 or some shit like that? I think yes, but it's gonna take a little time. Because we gotta see how good this Steam Deck shit is doing, you know? Because apparently a lot of people are liking that Steam Deck shit because you can play some quality ass games for, you know, for hella cheap and stuff like that. It's a decently powerful handheld console, although it just looks like a big ass Game Gear to me, honestly. But I think because Switch is still leading right now, I think a lot of companies decide to fucking hold back. So I kind of did change my stance on it, but I feel like they're fucking holding back right now because the Switch is dominating, and because the Switch is continue to just getting ports after ports after ports after ports. It's like if they were just to come out with something right now similar and not have like some crazy shit to go with it, then the Switch is gonna continue dominating their asses. I think if, like, let's say Sony does come out with a fucking Vita 2 or some shit, it has to be fucking VR compatible or some shit. I don't know. It has to have some gimmick that will make it like good, that nobody else can do. You know what I mean? So at the same time, like, it has has to have some feature that like you can interact with other people better, because with like all this metaverse and all that shit coming up, like it has to have something like that. So, because especially since mobile gaming is such a like big ass thing now for like phones and shit, I don't know, maybe they were too ahead of their time when they decided to pair with like AT&T, where you can put a SIM card in there and do all that shit. But I think now would be a better time, because like if they had actually did some type, paired up with like Android or some shit, you know, with some mobile shit and have games on there, you know, they would do well. But it's just, they have to be flexible, man. Hella flexible. Because at this point, fucking like, you know, Vita, man, it's a good ass console, but they just didn't do enough, you know. But that's my take on it. Like, they would have to fucking wait it out though, and make something better than the Switch, because The Switches just got shit on lock right now. So, I mean, I love my Switch. Shoot. Especially like for playing like a lot of like co-op and multiplayer games, man. I don't think anyone's got them beat right now on that. And they're still using like last gen freaking, what's it called? Hardware. So somebody's gonna have to come up with something, man. Well, if y'all can still hear me, man. My shit like fucking lagged out. Am I back? Yeah, I think my shit lagged out. I'm not sure if y'all can fucking... I'm gonna type something in there to see if y'all can hear me. Alright, if y'all still hear me, man, I'm out of here. Because this shit's like too laggy for my ass right now. But I'll see y'all in the next one. It's your boy, Gat Cognac, signing out.